Greatness, greatness, greatness. Welcome again to another KEMETIC production where we're looking at Black history. And today we're particularly looking at the Ashanti Kingdom, which is located in Africa, West Africa to be specific. And we're basically looking at some clippings from a few historians teaching us when the kingdom started, what the people are about, their identity, and basically look into their culture and how they choose their leaders, and basically who is the current king, and how important is the Ashanti Kingdom to Ghana as a republic itself. And just to mention that the Ashanti Kingdom was also dissolved by the British Empire in the early 1900s. And that's how the country of Ghana was founded. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and leave a great comment as we march into greatness. See you soon.
So to be able to become powerful, one needs to wage war. When you go to war and you win, you will get land. Once you have the land, automatically the people living on the land will be your followers. So they used to have what we term interstate or interfamily lands. It came to a point, one of the state bodies became very powerful to the level that when they wage war, they will defeat the other states. So every 40 days, people from these individual states have to carry firewood, plantain farmers, went away from the various states to the state itself. I'm talking about firewood. I'm referring to dry branches of wood, the dry wood, which we get from the tree branches, and also plantain fibers, the plantain tree will be eaten in fibers, which will use as tissues and towels, and red clay will use to paint their walls. But they will carry all these items to the state when they go to the treated. So some of the people decided to come to form a confederacy to wage war against the justice. Here, in the middle of the river like this, the priests are actually to invoke the gods for the golden stood to enjoy from the stars. He came and fell into the laps of one of them called the slaves. That made him a leader. A sword was given to him to serve the people, and also sword to protect him. Then part of the individual head, fingernails were collected, brought together and burnt into ashes. Some of these ashes were made of camphor for all of them to drink and profit. Then he did a good work, collected all the black stones belonging to the individual chiefs, buried them there with the rest of the ashes and kept the sword on the floor. Said to them, if any one of them goes and come back from his tomb, the community we have will die. People will born and people will die in the time to come. All this prophecy came in the time they were building this hospital. During the construction of the hospital, contractors came across the soil and they thought it was gold. They tried to dig around it. The soil was not coming. They brought a machine to pull it. The soil became invincible. They excavated the gold and the following day they came and the soil was there as if nothing has happened to the place. So they were scared. They began to tell people about the mystery God, and when the people hear that they will come and look at the soil, they try to take their physical strength. Many people have been here playing the former world champion. Muhammad Ali was in Ghana in 1964. He came to China to be trained. The Ghanaian was a coach and told about the food so to be able to bring the soil out. He came and spent his so all that time, the soil of that was there to show wonders. But he's here to tell us where the Ashanti Kingdom starts, where the golden stone came from, and above all, he's here for the unity of the Ashanti Kingdom. I told you the people who came here were Akans. Those Akans became Ashantis. And they became Ashantis because of what they did. The people who came together because of war. And because of war in Akan language, they say Ashanti. Ashanti means war. Ashanti means because of war. So when they wage war, their fellow Akans will say, these are the people who came together because of war. And they will say Ashanti for that phrase, Ashanti will be corrupted to be Ashanti. So the word Ashanti, or the name Ashanti, originated from the phrase Ashanti, which is the because of it. How many questions you can answer?
People who live in the central part of Ghana At the moment, I believe the Ashantis are about 4.6 million people, and we occupy about 10.2 landmark of the whole Ghana geography, the landmarks of the whole Ghana. Ashantis occupy about 10.2%. Now, what is Ashanti, or what normally is pronounced as Ashanti? If you read history books, there is an ancient history, well, not quite ancient, the oldest history about us was written in 1819. A British gentleman called Thomas Edward Bowditch came to our area here. He was sent by British merchants to come to study the people who call themselves Ashantis. And what he wrote is in a book which we all know is called Mission from Cape Coast Castle to Ashanti. It was published in 1819. Thomas Bowditch came here in 1817, and whatever he saw or learned is documented in that book. It is the oldest history book about the Ashanti people. In fact, you cannot go beyond Bowditch to find any comprehensive book that talks about Ashanti people. According to him, the Ashanti nation was formed by Osei Tutu. And Osei Tutu, according to him, was a kind of military leader. I think Openo Sekojo and Safo Kantanka would be ready to tell us the root source of Ashanti. They know better than myself in that sense. But what we know is that the founder was Osei Tutu, who is believed to be an Ashanti person. He came to merge all the municipalities or the small towns around his neighborhood, around Kumau, Bantama, and maybe one or two others. He merged them all into a single unit. He learned this art, I believe, from the Denshira people, who most of the people in this area, Denshiras were the overlords of the Kan people in this area. So this guy learned a lot from them, and he came to unite the people, and they became very, very strong. And they were able to co-opt a whole lot of neighbors into the kingdom. It's believed that Osei Tutu conquered Achim, Asin, Denshira, and later on some other states. He became very powerful, and he formed a very powerful nation. And when he died, the next person who came to the throne was Opokuwari. Opokuwari is believed to be the son of Osei Tutu's mother. They were sisters. And he also added some territories onto the Ashanti kingdom. And if you look at the history closely, you see that all the leaders, especially the first 7 leaders from Osei Tutu up to the beginning of the 18th century, the 19th century, you see that they were all warriors. And they were able to defend themselves and also annex other nations at the time. So now, what we really want to know is the written story of these leaders. What made Ashanti people so powerful compared to the other clan groups in the area? I think it was purely due to the dynamic leadership of these kings. They did pretty well. each king comes on throne and organize the masses into fighting groups, and they were able to conquer other nations and made the Ashantis very, very powerful. If you notice, I keep using the word Ashanti and Asante. Asante is what we really call ourselves, the Asantes, but the English made it SH. They think that the pronunciation of Asante has to have H in it. So sometimes I will be using Ashanti as colonial masters give it to us, but really we are Asantes. So at this point, I think we should really break it down into the time when Osei Tutu came to the scene, and then follow up to the beginning of about 100 years after that. Thomas Bowditch says that if you go about 110 years from the time he visited us in 1817, he says that if you go about 110 years, you can trace the source of Osei Tutu. By that token, it means that if he came here in 1817, and if you go 110 years prior, it means that Osei Tutu came to the scene around 1707. Some people are making it 1717. I think we can't be too far off. Osei Tutu came to the scene at that point, and it was from Osei Tutu's time when people can really talk about Asante as a nation. Prior to Osei Tutu time, there was no single unit or kingdom or country called Asante. It was him who formed a group of Akan-speaking people into a single unit and named it Ashanti. And I think the historians like Osekojo and Safo Kantanka can also enlighten us more on that. It's believed that it's because we're always fighting, trying to suppress others and take over. That is, in Chi we call something Esa, which is war. So people named as Esa for warriors or something. You can really see the Asante as a nation, the significance of the nation for just before the end of the 20th century. You see that Ashanti became a very prominent unit in the whole area.
The people of Asante occupy the middle section of Ghana, and they are in the forest zone. They form part of an ethnic group called the Akans. When I say the Akans are the following people: Fante, Asante, Akuapem, Bono, Asen, Adanse, Akwamu, Sefi, Wasa, and Achim. These are the Akan people. The Akan people have the same behavior pattern. They eat with the right hand. They greet with the right hand. When speaking to a group of, or when they are speaking or they are emphasizing points, they use the right hand. When they are greeting a group of people, they start from the right to the left, and anybody who does not do that to them is not an Akan person. They also have another unique system, and that is the clan system. When we talk about the clan system, the Akans have another unique system which identify them as one people, and that is the clan system. Here they believe that some 8 clan women gave birth to all Akans. And the names of the clans are Oyoko, Aduana, Asuna, Bretu, Asenye, Aguna, and Asachiri, and Aguna, and Ekwana, and Asachiri. They believe that all people from Oyoko are believed to be the children of a single ancestress, no matter where they come from. So that if you have an Oyoko man from Ashanti and he goes to Bron and he sees an Oyoko person, that person is a brother. An Oyoko man, or say a Duana from Ashanti, goes to Fanti and he sees somebody from Fanti land who is an Oyoko, is an Aduana person. He is a brother or sister. So wherever they go, they get other people who belong to their clan, and that also is another unique system. And when such a person needs somebody of the same clan, he takes that person as a brother or sister, and he can go and lodge him with him. Whenever he needs something, he will be supplied by that person. So you have the clan system going through all the places.
It's important to know that Ashanti did not come from the blue. It did not just come. It is a union of states. States of what people call tribes, nations, and city-states came together to make up what we call Ashanti today.
Eki mesa go kuti la ore tofi, ohun ni yaba.